Well, I always grew up with a really strange feeling of identity because I didn't have a simple identity. You know, I was surrounded by people whose identity seemed much simpler than mine. Just to take you briefly through the layers of complexity, my name, de Botton, is a Spanish Sephardic name. My father grew up as part of the Jewish community in Alexandria in Egypt and was then kicked out and became an immigrant to Switzerland, where he met my mother, who's part of the Jewish community of Switzerland. So suddenly you have already sort of 4 or 5 layers of otherness. They, rather than being happy in Switzerland, then hated Switzerland and were dying to get out of Switzerland anywhere they could, and eventually ended up in England, another sort of layer of foreignness, where immediately everyone thought I must be French, because my name suddenly started turning French to the English. So this was already lots of confusion. And then a further problem that I realized I wasn't like all the other boys around me because I didn't really like football and I wasn't a kind of typical rough English schoolboy. I wanted to sit and read poetry. So this was a bit of a strange thing as well. And then I realized that I didn't want to go and work as a banker in the city of London, even though most of the men in my family had been in business. I realized that I was hopeless at business. So what was I going to do? I was going to become a writer. So no one had ever been a writer anywhere near me. So that was a really strange identity. So constant identity crises and constant feeling of not quite being normal or fitting in. One of the great solutions of writing is that you can create your identity through words. So nowadays when people say, "Who are you?" my best answer is really to say, "Here, my books, that's my identity. My passport's not really going to show it. My background's not going to show it. This is me more than anything else." And that's a terrific honor and privilege of writing.